Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of AK Prospecting. Well, today we are unboxing our new Castmaster propane furnace, and we're also going to be doing a melt. So we have some gold foils, we have some dust, and some other stuff that we're going to be kind of mixing together and seeing what we can come up with. We also have that gold bead that we made, that dirty gold bead that we're going to chuck in there along with it. But we're going to unmasked this Castmaster, and so far I'm really liking it. The boxing was really nice. They came with these heavy duty tongs, which I gotta say are really nice. These are really nice because here's the thing. I was torn between this and the Devil's Forge, and I really liked this. I really did. This just appealed to me, and this is everything that comes with it. And look at it. You can see it's a really nice system. See how it's full metal handle. It's a really nice setup. So we're gonna unbox this bad boy and see what we got here. Nice heavy foam packaging. Oh wow, that's sweet. Oh man. All right, guys. I'm gonna try to take this out and have you with me. Oh, that's nice. That is a nice regulator. That's really nice. And it's not one of them cheap ones. It's good. Okay, all right. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, it's like a kid in a candy store. All right, I gotta put you guys on hold for just a second. All right, here it is, guys, all unboxed. Check it out. Yo, this is sweet. This Castmaster is nice, man. Yo, so far I highly recommend getting this Castmaster, and I like how it even tells you, on the side here, what you can melt with it, which I think is great. And it actually tells you the temperatures, their melting temperatures on the side, which is amazing. And let's take off this top. Nice heavy duty top. Look at that. Oh yeah, look at that crucible, guys. That is sweet. Oh man. Look at this. Yeah, that is nice. That is really nice. That's a nice crucible. Let's take this out of the package. So here's the crucible. It's heavy duty, so you can see we got no cracks in it. All right, guys. Now we got the furnace and everything set up outside, and we're gonna go out there in just a second. But first, I wanted to show you why we had to go with the big furnace on this time around, and we couldn't use a regular melt dish. So what we have here is these are about 2 pounds of the small DDR2 chips from RAM cards that we had processed. And you can see, it's pretty dirty, and we're going to have to throw this stuff, maybe not this paper towel, but this cotton filter in there with it. So that's one. Our second one is, this is actually all stripped from gold-plated pins. About, I think it was 1.5 pounds of gold-plated pins. And actually, I'm sorry, 1 pound of gold-plated pins. So we got the material from there. And then last but not least, we had about 3 pounds of trimmed ram fingers. And all those ram fingers are wrapped up inside here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all this together, all right? And we're going to grab our crucible, which is right here. Let me just, give me 1 second, I'll be right with you. So we have our crucible right here. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of 20 Mule Team Borax to kind of help things move around a little bit. We're going to go with 1 spoonful of that stuff. Then we're going to take another spoonful, 2 spoonfuls rather, with Hank Chapman's Flux. And what this is, what we're hoping this is going to do is kind of cook off a lot of those garbage metals that we don't want, so we can get a pretty clean melt at the end. That's what we're shooting for. So let's a little bit more in here. Now we want to mix that all up. Really good. You got any clumps in there? It's all right. You just want to mix it up as best you can, so it kind of turns almost like a light gray of sorts. Okay, now we got that. Now we're going to go ahead and pour this in there. Now this is going to come out, you know, as dirty gold. We'll have to refine it, but at least we can kind of get a rough idea on how much we got out of all these materials, and so we can see what our recovery is going to be after refinement. Okay, so that's in there, and now we're going to go ahead and toss these guys in there. You know what? Let's mix this around a little bit. Toss these in there. Toss these in there. Toss this in there. Now this stuff is going to burn down. And here we go. We got this guy. And also, we have our 5-gram bead that we had from last time that we're going to toss in there with this guy. You know, I may wait. I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to toss him in. I'm going to keep him separate. I want to keep these two separate until I can see what our deal is after we get this melted down. But here's our big blob of foils. I'm going to see if I can get rid of some of this toilet paper, because we do have a lot here. And if we can get rid of some of it, that would be great. Definitely don't need all of it. As you can see, we're already starting to get a lot in there. Okay, so I think we're at that point where we kind of have to throw the rest of this paper right in. So okay, here it is. And now I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of borax on top. And we'll see you in a second. We're gonna go outside now. Okay, now we got everything all set up. We got the furnace ready to go. We've pre-warmed up our crucible, so we didn't take the chance of cracking it. Whenever you go from a cold temperature to a hot temperature quickly, you risk cracking your crucible, and we don't want that to happen. This equipment is really nice, and we're really digging the way it's working so far. And so now we got all our materials in here. Now let's go ahead and pick this up and set this right inside here. Okay. Now, the moment of truth. I'm going to put you on hold for 1 second while I get the blowtorch. Alright, we got the Castmaster set up. We got the crucible inside. Just let me let you guys know something here. When I start mine up, what I do is I turn the gas on very low. You don't want to build up of gas inside this thing, and then when you go to light it, you get the big poof. So, if you turn that on, it's best to have, 2 people with you if you're going to do it. Have somebody slowly turn the gas on. As soon as you hear the gas, then you go ahead and light your propane. What I've done is I opened up the red valve just a little bit to get the propane flowing, and then what's really going to get your heat is the addition of intake of air. So what we have right here is an air intake right there, which we can adjust in and out based on how hot we want to get it. So we have our stuff in here now, and it's going to take some time to get it to melt down and to really get it molten. So we're going to let it do its thing, and once we get it molten and we pour it, we'll have you guys right there to bear witness. So see you in a little bit. Okay guys, we're about 20 minutes in, and things are looking really good. Let's see if I can get you in there and get you a closer look. Starting to break down. All the cotton and the fibers are starting to break down. So we're getting there. So as soon as this stuff is molten, we'll be back to show you what it's like when we pour it. Okay, we finally got some breakdown. I'll try to zoom in and see if I can get you to see that. It's hard to see in there, but we're not molten yet. We're getting there though. Okay guys, I wasn't able to do the pour and hold the phone at the same time, but here's what we got. And I'm pretty happy with that actually. Once I melt this down with some lead and then remelt it down inside the Portland, that is a pretty nice amalgam ball. Once I smash it open, I may just leave it like this until I remelt it. But all our gold is locked up in this bad boy right here. So we'll keep you guys posted. And when we melt this down again, which we'll be doing very soon, we'll tune you guys in so you can see what our final melt was. But that's what we got, and right now we're figured we melt some copper. So we're gonna melt a couple copper bars and see how we do. So be right back. Okay guys, well, we're done with the melt. Again, I'm gonna buy a tripod so that you guys can actually watch me do the pour. It's very hard for me to do the pour and hold the phone and all this at the same time, so I apologize for that. But when I go to do the next one, I'll have the tripod and all that. So what we did is we had some gold-plated pins. I can't remember the exact amount, but this batch, we had 3 different batches. We had the plated pins, the foils, and the DDR2s. All right, so out of those, we basically got almost a gram out of each one. So let's see what we got here. Turn it on, and you can see it's still really dirty. There's some copper and silver and stuff in there, so we got to refine it. But let's see. So 3.9, I'm thinking after I clean it up, I'm thinking I'd like to say we'd be 3. I'd like to say 0.9 is probably crap, but realistically we're looking at probably 2. I'd probably say 2.9 after it's refined. And then let's not forget about this guy. We got to finish refining him because we ran out of gas last time when we were purifying this one. So together, that brings us to 11.5. So I'm going to clean this all up, get this purified, and I'll make the video for that.
and we should be at, after I get it all cleaned up, get it to pure gold, we should be about 10 grams. So that's it for this edition, and I highly recommend the Castmaster. That thing is awesome, man. It's really really great. Definitely, it's definitely the best bang for the dollar. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great one. Be safe out there.